The Jamie Dyer Show.
Today, I have Phil from Turner's Pies. Now, they've won many awards. People who live in the local area will know them, or at least had a pie from them at some point. And they've announced recently that they were working on gluten-free pies. Now, I've got Phil on the phone here, and can you tell me, Phil, why gluten-free?
Why gluten-free? That's a good question. I think we all notice that every time we go into the supermarkets these days that the gluten-free aisle is ever growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. And I think we all know someone who is either already a celiac or is moving down a more gluten-free diet. And I think really mainly the biggest thing for us is a lot of our customers have been asking us, when are you going to be doing the gluten-free range? We used to love eating your pies, but now we can't because our doctors told us that we need to follow a more stricter diet. And I think it's just there is a movement definitely at the moment that, things are moving towards that way. And, we feel responsible for meeting the needs of our customers. So we, over the last sort of year to 2 years, as these requests have been growing in volume, we've obviously set aside more of our time to develop and understand how to work in the gluten-free way, really, because obviously everything that we do is based around, all the bakery and everything is all based around the wheat product. So it's interesting for us at the same time.
What has been the process like? Where do you start? Talk me through some of the process.
So the process, in terms of, at the start, it's more of a mental approach. So we look at how we might do it. We'd look at other recipes. We'd see what other people were doing. We just see generally how Aunt Mabel in her kitchen would make a gluten-free pastry, and then we then adapt that to our processes, and everything we do is based around simplicity. So we want to keep the ingredients as simple as possible. We don't want to add too many additives. We want to keep it clean, and we want to keep it honest. So, and obviously, what we still want to make sure it's a very high quality. And so we then start to think about how it would work with the existing ingredients that we use in our pastry and what things we'd have to substitute. So we try to substitute as little as possible and then try our very best to get a similar result. And that's a difficult thing because obviously I think everyone knows that pastry's hard enough as it is, but then when you try to take away the main component, it becomes even more difficult. So that's how it starts, really. That's the thought process behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that gluten-free pastry is very difficult. It's a little bit more crunchy as well sometimes. You posted recently, and this is how we became aware of it, you posted asking for testers because you said, well, we've done all the work we can, now we just need the experts, as in the people that really need it. Tell us a little bit about the reaction to that.
The reaction has been overwhelming, actually. We didn't expect it. So, like I said, our initial, the initial job we set ourselves was very simple. We want to make a replica of our pastry, which we believe is relatively unique, and we want to replicate that as closely as possible. We didn't want to accept that, it's only gluten-free, if people who eat gluten-free are expecting rubbish. We wanted to make something which, like we do with all our product development, we want to make something that we're ultimately proud with, and people wouldn't be able to even tell that it's a gluten-free product. So we feel as if we've got to a stage where our criticism of ourselves is very high, and we've got to a stage where we're happy with the product. But ultimately, we know that the people that are going to be buying it and the biggest judges are the people that eat our pies week in, week out, and they're the people that we wanted to reach out to and just say, look, we need your help. We're prepared to give some free pies away in return of some good, honest feedback, which I'm sure and like I said, the response has been overwhelming. We didn't expect, we've had hundreds and hundreds of people giving us their life stories and saying why they would. And I think people really genuinely feel as if they owe it to the gluten-free community to ensure that what we put out there is the best for them, because obviously they want to enjoy pies as much as everyone else.
Yeah, and it is a growing market, as you said earlier. It's getting bigger all the time. I do wish you the best of luck. I mean, when will we expect to see these pies on sale?
We selected the trialists, and we're actually making their pies today in the kitchen, and they'll be eating their pies tomorrow or Thursday, and we're hoping to get all the feedback by next week. With everything going as well as we'd like it to, there's no reason why the pies shouldn't be on sale within the next 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully. It's a little bit of, we've got quite a lot of organising to do. We need to make sure they all get tested so that, all our processes are correct and all our controls are correct. So there's just a bit of blue tape we've got to go through, but all being well, definitely by the start of spring, sort of middle of spring, they'll be in the shops for sale, and hopefully the customers will enjoy them.
I'm sure they will. That's a very fast turnaround, that 3 to 4 weeks. But I know how difficult it can be to get a product like that, because you have to prepare it away from everything else, as you say. Yeah. Phil, I do wish you the best of luck. If anyone wanted to find out more about this, where would they need to go? So
we will have some information on our website, or alternatively they can just contact us through the website at info@turnerspies.co.uk, or they can feel free to email me directly at phil@turnerspies.co.uk. We're happy to answer any questions or anything anyone would like to know, or any stories they'd like to tell us. We're always interested in hearing about it. So they can contact us like that.
Well, it really sounds like you've got the personal approach down, and that's very, very important when it comes to gluten-free and certainly wheat-free and stuff as well. Anyway, I shall let you get on, Phil, because it sounds like you've got a very busy day, but thank you so much.
We've got a busy day ahead, Jamie.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on today.
No worries. Thanks a lot. I'll speak to you soon.
The Jamie Dyer Show.